joining in, okay?
Yeah. Who's this? Somebody is waiting. Okay.
Oh, since you are the co-host, try to press the button from your side also for recording. लैपटॉप में देखो अगर ऑप्शन आता है तो
हाँ आ रहा है.
आ रहा है
हाँ
तो एक
लैपटॉप
बार करो होता है तो बस
रिकॉर्ड ऑन दिस कंप्यूटर. हाँ कर तो दिया है. यस रिकॉर्डिंग का दिख भी रहा है रेड डॉट.
sharing, it is not showing. Now people they have joined in.
यस एडमिट पिंकी अरोरा.
मेरा रोज शाम के टाइम ही है ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ जाता है.
Good evening, Rachna ma'am.
Good evening, Pinky ma'am. Good evening, Vimal sir.
A very good evening, ma'am.
Very good
How are
evening,
you?
ma'am. How are you? आजा हम कर ले ज्वाइन रचना मैम वाला ज्वाइन कर रचना मैम वाला ज्वाइन कर ले
Shall I share the screen?
We are waiting for a few more minutes. It is 5:27 and we are waiting for our guest speaker to just join in. I think there is some network issues in Mumbai. A lot of network signal issues are happening. Welcome, Yogesh. Good evening. Nita, you can unmute Yogesh.
Unmuted, ma'am.
Hello, Yogesh sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Yogesh sir.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Sir, your voice is not audible. Your voice is not audible, sir. You are muted. Unmute yourself.
I have unmuted. Hello, can you hear me?
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Hello?
Yogesh
Hello?
sir, your voice is not audible.
I can hear you.
See, if you are using it from your mobile, at the bottom on the left hand side there is a mute. Just try pressing that. I think you are using for first time.
At the bottom what? This?
It's not audible, sir. See,
Can
at
you
the
hear me?
bottom of the screen you can see a mute button. Just try pressing that. Maybe that will work for you. At the bottom of the screen of the mobile, there is a mute button on the left hand side.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Sir, it's not audible.
I could say
Yogesh sir, you are not audible. See, on your mobile, on the bottom left hand side, you can see a mute button.
yes, it is already been done. Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
No, sir. It's not
Hello,
audible.
can you hear me?
Sir,
Hello?
it is not audible.
It's not audible. I will change another to this device. Hello? Just hold for a minute. I will change my
Okay, sir,
mobile.
let me,
I will
on
change
the
my
chat
mobile.
box, can you type your alternate number?
Yeah.
Just type your alternate number.
Yeah. तुझा नंबर काय तुझा नंबर काय शी वॉन्ट ऑल्टरनेट नंबर
अरे आई विल पुट योर झूम आईडी ना नंबर नाही लागणार झूम आईडी याच्यावर टाकला की मीटिंग
हाँ ठीक है
आईडी सांगा
हाँ अमृता हे घे 8347 292 1186
834
Oh. Password 8347 292 1187. Password 047 470.
Hello. Can you hear me now? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Yogesh sir. We can
Yes,
hear
can-
you now.
Yes.
But Rachna ma'am is, I think, facing some issues with the connection. So just hold on, sir, please.
Yeah, because we are quite okay here.
Yeah. I can hear you quite clearly, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can you
I
hear
think
me?
some issues from my end. Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Rapid Talks with Rachna. Today we have with us Mr. Yogesh Joshi. And today's topic is very interesting. We will be discussing about rural areas. So, who can be a better person than Mr. Yogesh Joshi? Now, let me just, firstly, before starting, I would like to brief about Fun to Learn. Rapid Talks with Rachna is an initiative of Fun to Learn. Rapid Talks with Rachna is an initiative by Fun to Learn. Fun to Learn is an organization which is a 15 years old organization, and we deal with beyond academics. We deal with beyond academics like handwriting improvement, Vedic maths, abacus, calligraphy, and all. So this initiative is to bring together people from different sectors so that we all can collaborate together. So when we discuss about rural areas, RBI defines rural areas as areas with a population of less than 49,000, that is tier 3 to tier 6 cities. It is generally said that rural areas house up to 70% of the India's population. Rural India contributes a large chunk of India's GDP by way of agriculture, self-employment services, construction, etc. In order to provide the rural people with better prospects for economic development, increased participation of people in rural development program, decentralization of planning, better enforcement of land reforms, and greater access to credit are needed. This reflects initiative taken by government for bridging the urban-rural divide by upgrading the standard of living of people in rural areas. So we to discuss on the particular topic, we have Mr. Yogesh Joshi. Now let us brief about Mr. Yogesh. Mr. Yogesh Joshi is a postgraduate in commerce and economics. Mr. Joshi did his master's in communication management from Xavier's Institute of Communication. He has a vast experience of 36 years declining in various capacity in the House of Tata Group. He served Mr. J.R.D. Tata and closely associated with Mr. Ratan Tata as part of the Office of the Managing Director of Tata Steel for more than 2 decades. He was in charge of PR for Tata Steel. One of the roles of his responsibility was that he was in charge of Tata Steel's Rural Development Society. Tata Steel is the pioneer for all social initiatives in India, what is today known as CSR. He was also part of the team that undertook the first ever brand communication exercise. The entire Tata Group under the leadership of Mr. Ratan Tata and mentorship of late Sri Vali Ollins. Mr. Joshi is also heading the Association of Business Communication of India, a premier body of communication forum in David, Switzerland, ever since its formation in the years 2000. Mr. Joshi is one of the members of the only Asian as an elected chairman for 2016 to 2018. He had visited 52 nations, oh my God, representing World Communication Forum. Mr. Joshi learned Indian classical vocal music for 24 years and his hobbies are listening to old Hindi films, songs, reading and traveling and communicating with the people that he successfully turned into his profession. So over to Mr. Yogesh Joshi. So this was just a brief profile which I could gather. So I would like you to just brief little more about you before we start off. Over to you, Yogesh sir.
Thank you, Rachana ji. Thanks for the excellent introduction of mine. Rachana means arrangement, and she is mastering it. Today's topic is actually been dealt by someone who has given all his life for the corporate world. However, when I was in charge of Tata Steel Rural Development Society, this must be 24 years ago, we decided that we need to do something to welcome the new century, which is 2000. How do we celebrate? And this was actually a connect point for me with the rural India. It so happened that Dr. Irani, the then managing director of Tata Steel, called a meeting and he said, I want a novel idea and just not spending only and only on doing advertising that we are welcoming the new century. It's the turn of a century. What do we do? And this has invoked a lot of creative minds as to what we can do, wherein we can help build India and merely not spend some money on advertising. So we came up with an idea of planting 1,000 trees per day in and around Jamshedpur vicinity. Now Jamshedpur, as you know, was part of Bihar at that point of time, and even today is considered as one of the parts of the backward states, which is now Jharkhand. So we started in September 1996 planting 1,000 trees per day into 1,000 days, which is 1,000 trees multiplied by 1,000 days. And on 31st December 1999, thereby we planted exactly 10 lakh, which is 1 million trees. And I'm very happy to state, and I repeat that I'm very happy to state that the success rate of survival of those trees was 100%. This has created a record. You know, often we see, I would not like to make any political comments during my speech. However, I would like to state that just last year, before monsoon, the then CM, joined by Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, because they were in UT, planted some trees in and around Sion BKC Road. And believe me, within 3 months, not a single tree was in existence. This was actually a challenge thrown to us by the then managing director, who is still alive, Dr. J.J. Irani, would be about 83, 84, and lives in Jamshedpur. He said, I want the survival rate as close to 100. Now, me as a corporate communication professional was assigned his task, because if you recall, 1996 was the time the terminology as corporate social responsibility, CSR, was not even in existence. At the same time, at the outset, let me also brief you that there are major social initiatives which have been taken by Tata Steel. Tata Group is the real pioneer of all CSR activities in India. Tata Steel is the one who started 8 hours working shift way back in 1912, which was actually enforced by law in 1948 in India, which is post-independence. Ours is the first company who started free medical aid in 1915, which was started in 1945 by the then government of India. Ours is the first company who started giving maternity leave, and this is essential for all those ladies who are joining webinar. The Tata Steel way back in 1917 started giving the maternity leave, which was reinforced by the government of India after its formation in 1961. Look at the kind of pioneering efforts that Tata Steel has done. And this has at that point of time inculcated a lot of interest for me to work close to rural India. Now, dear friends, those who are in the webinars, when I started working for rural India and thinking that I need to do something, rather we all need to do something, rural India is the asset of India. 78% of India still lives in 6 lakh villages. There are exactly 6 lakh villages in India, and 78% of India lives in rural area. Now, me as a communication professional, which means advertising, branding, public relations, media relations, government licensing, financial communications, so on and so forth, started questioning myself. Why is that the media has painted negative image of rural India? The moment you talk of rural India, what you get to see in the newspaper is Kisanon ki Atmahatya, that is farmer suicide, unhealthy living conditions, very poor infrastructure, no proper education system, so on and so forth. After 72 years of Indian independence, we were still talking till last year, Shauchalay. We were still talking of Ujjwala Gas Yojana. We were still talking of Prime Minister's home for poor. We were still talking about building roads and infrastructure. Questions started coming to me in my mind. Is India so poor? Which has been again India's image painted by the global media? And this is a very small question that I would like to ask. If at all India is so poor, then Britishers would not have ruled India for 200 years. इतना लूट लिया है इंडिया को. And this happens not only with India, but the poor.
इसीलिए इंडिया गरीब बन गया.
Sorry?
सारे लूट के ले गए, इसीलिए इंडिया गरीब बन गया.
नहीं, फिर भी इंडिया के पास आज भी इतना अवेलेबल है, abundance, in abundance, कि आप सोच नहीं सकते हैं. 6 lakh villages, the kind of GDP that we get from rural India is something fabulous. However, its image has always been negatively portrayed, painted. I would like to ask a very small question to whoever is joining webinar. Can anyone tell me which is the richest village of India? Is it possible to respond?
If anybody would want to answer, you can just raise your hand so that Neeta can unmute. It is the richest village in India. Sir, you did not tell me this. Even I don't know the answer for this. It's around 25 years back that I have been to my village. Now my grandparents are no more. Nana, nani, dada, dadi, koi nahi hai, to village gaye nahi hai. 25 साल से भी ज़्यादा हो गए.
You know, the most unfortunate part is everybody knows that in Bombay or Mumbai is the richest city in India because we pay the corporate tax to the
Can
extent
I
of
answer
30%.
that, Rachna?
Who is this?
This is Kusum here, Kusum Kanwar.
Yes, ma'am. Kusum, ma'am. Yes, please.
Yes. Is it in
One second,
Ahmedabad?
1 second, Kusum, ma'am. 1 second. Just let me introduce Yogesh, sir.
Yes.
Firstly, I would like to tell you we have people from Punjab, UP, Haryana, Maharashtra, and Singapore listening to you right now.
Wow.
We have from Singapore as well, an Indian Singaporean listening to us right now. And Kusum Kanwar ma'am is one of my mentors from Mumbai. She would love to answer your question. Yes,
Great.
over to you, Kusum ma'am.
So, sir, really nice listening to you. I can take a wild guess. And is it in Ahmedabad, the richest
No.
village?
No.
All right. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay. So let me disclose this village is just 250 kilometers away from the city of Bombay or Mumbai.
Okay.
The village is known as Hivre Bazar.
Okay.
Hivre Bazar.
Yes.
And a person
From
who's
Mumbai,
mentored this
250
village,
kilometers from Mumbai.
Wow.
it just,
So is it somewhere near Nashik?
this is in
Is it
Ahmednagar
somewhere near
district.
Nashik?
Ahmednagar district.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay. And believe me, there are only 100 household villages. You can Google search. The person who has transformed this entire rural economy is Dr. Popatrao Pawar.
Mm.
This year, he's been conferred with Padma Shri by the government of India.
Right.
Now, the success story is he started working on water resource management way back in 1989 when he was elected as the youngest sarpanch of this village. And then he realized कि हर दिन हर साल हमारी जो वाटर की लेवल है जमीन के अंदर वो और नीचे नीचे होती जा रही है. So we need, and this is a drought prone district of Maharashtra called Ahmednagar. It is adjacent to Nasik and part of western Maharashtra. Part of northern Maharashtra. So he started water conservation program way back in 1990. And you know the typical Indian mindset, अरे ये कल का छोरा है हमें क्या सिखाएगा. This was the typical Indian mindset. However, he transformed that village. Now,
But
answer this.
any change is not acceptable. Any change from the young
Yes.
generation is not acceptable easily.
Yes, immediately it is not acceptable, immediately it is criticized, but now I'm answering There are only 100 households in this village. How many? Only 100 households in this village. And out of 100 households, there are 65 households which are billionaires. I'm not saying millionaires, these are billionaires. You go to anybody's household and it is not less than 5 to 6,000 square feet carpet area with the latest model of BMW and Merc and whatnot. You know, this has actually forced BMW and Mercedes to open their own showrooms in 2 districts of Maharashtra, which are the richest district. The first one is Ahmednagar and the second one is Kolhapur. So much of wealth we have in the rural area, then why is that the image is painted as a very negative image? This is where I actually started working on the concept of rural development. I will give you another classic example. Kusumji, what is the price of onion or tomato that you buy in today's time? Can you please tell me?
Yes, I've not checked it today, but yes, last week I think it was 50 rupees for onion and about 40 for tomatoes.
Do you know what was the rate of tomato on this Monday at Nasik Mandi?
No, sir.
The lowest rate dropped last year in the month of June for tomato, when tomato was available at 1 rupee per kg.
Right.
1 rupee per kg. The tomato that you bought must be around 3 to 4 rupees, because the highest quality of tomato this Monday, just 4 दिन पहले की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ.
Wow.
This Monday, the highest price that was offered was 6 rupees 80 paise, which is now available at 70 rupees. Now, my question is, where that 62 rupees 80 paise have gone, or 62 rupees 20 paise?
Right.
So I started studying the entire supply chain management.
Right.
And then I got to know, which I would like to present. This is actually the negative story, the dark story of rural India.
Right.
एक किसान, एक फार्मर अपना टोमेटो या ऑनियन का फसल बचाने के लिए उसके ऊपर 3 महीना काम करता है.
Yes,
I'm sorry, I'm speaking in Hindi in between. It's a natural process.
of course, sir.
Okay. He is working for day and night for 3 months, because ये फसल 3 महीने की होती है. बीच में अगर क्लाइमेट कंडीशन खराब हो गए तो उसके ऊपर पेस्टिसाइड्स मजबूरन मारने पड़ते हैं. After taking so much of care, when he comes to Sabzi Mandi, which is called Nasik market, which is the wholesale market, अगर आप बोनेट भी अंदर घुसा देते हो तो भी आपको 1% ऑन द टोटल वैल्यूएशन सब्जी मंडी को देना पड़ता है. And 6%, it is called broker. In Marathi, we call it as आड़त. आड़त माने broker, दलाल. उसको आपको 6% देना पड़ता है, which means he loses 7% there in one transaction. Then that आड़त sells it to the biggest merchant. That biggest merchant would sell it to the other APMC market at Vashi. That Vashi market will sell it to Dadar or Bhaikala, which are the biggest markets in Bombay. I'm referring to Bombay because I am essentially a Bombay born and brought up. Those who are from Punjab and other places, please try and understand this ecology. So he sends it to APMC market is at Vashi, Navi Mumbai. He sends it to Dadar or Bhaikala market. Now Dadar or Bhaikala market sends it to suburbs like Parla, Andheri, Kandivli. Again, there are different vendors for suburb east and suburb west. That suburb east stockist would send it to area stockist. Well within, say, Kandivli, there is Thakur village, there is Thakur complex, there is Lokhandwala, and that finally local stockist would sell it to the bhaiya who sits on the roadside and sell the vegetables from whom we buy. How many people are actually involved in this process? हर एक का अगर आप 5 रुपया margin रखा, तो it becomes 60 to 70 rupees. Now that is the reason as to why this government has actually abolished the act that we don't require APMC markets. But unfortunately, and what has been happening is the actual implementation is given to the state government. Now, if you think of Maharashtra politically, all APMCs are under the control of either Congress or Nationalist Party, NCP, Nationalist Congress Party. Chunk of their sources for running the party comes from all these places. Why would they abolish? And that is the reason as to why, if you really want to survive the poor farmer, because Indian economy is an agro-based economy, which nobody denies. If you really want to see to it that there is no farmer who commits suicide, then there is actually a need of farmer to your home. And this is what mechanism we have developed. It is run on a pilot basis. Tata Projects and Tata Trust have given some kind of directives. I'm directly involved in formation of an FPO, that is Farmers Produce Company or organization, wherein hundreds and thousands of farmers can become a member. There are existing FPOs, but poor farmers don't know how to run it professionally and with the management skills. So this is what exactly I'm actually imbibing on them to make them stand on their own feet. You may have seen in these days when there is a lockdown, many pictures on Facebook and social media that XYZ MLA has invited some farmer. He comes with a truckload or a tempo load, but looking at the pathetic condition of that farmer, you may go and buy sabzi once, but you will not go second time. Why? Because that farmer may not have taken bath. That farmer doesn't know how to present himself. The farmer doesn't have enterprising skills. So he is not an entrepreneur. He doesn't have even oral or written communication skills. See, this is where farmer is actually lacking. Number two, if you come to know that एक ही बाल्टी भरी हुई है पानी की, उसी में 10 सब्जी डुबा के आपको क्लीन करके दे रहा है, then you will not go with him second time. At the same time, everything we cannot tell the government to do. Then what is the reason as to why you and me are alive? So what
So how
we
can we make our India, sir, because I have too many questions to ask you.
Yeah.
So I am interrupting in between. We know the problems of our villages, farmers, we know the problem. Now, what we should focus on is, how do we make our strong rural India? How can we make it strong?
Okay.
Because most of us, we are aware where we are lacking, where the farmers are lacking. So how can we make it a strong rural area, as 78% of our population is in rural area? So I would like you to highlight on that more.
Okay. There are n number of ways and means. The first thing is that farmers, producer, and giving them a management skills and direct linkage with the end user will offer them a direct and a best pricing for their product. And yet it can be much lower than that of what is available in the market. In this way, you can make a farmer rich. The second way, which is essentially talking about, and that I was about to highlight, is the MSME sector. The
Yes,
micro.
my next question was that only MSE sector, because that MSE sector is really in deep trouble. So how do we ensure to revive the dying form of artisan? So I
Yes,
would like you to highlight on that. That's the need of the hour, I feel.
yes. You see, other than agriculture, the second thing which MSME is doing is essentially, हम लोग कार खरीदते हैं, आप कोई भी कार ले लो, डू यू नो कि इसका हॉर्न किसने बनाया है? डू यू नो इसका स्विच गियर बॉक्स किसने बनाया है? डू यू नो इसके कवर्स किसने बनाए हैं? डू यू नो इसके ग्लास किसने बनाई है? Nobody knows. Where does it come from? These are all the workers that come from the MSME sectors. Micro, small and medium. This is the sector MSME. And again, if at all you really want Indian economy to survive, then you must give a lot of boost to this economy. And I'm very happy that just about 2 days ago, the concerned minister has actually given a great package to MSME sector, which is, I think, measuring to 3 lakh crores. And this is, you can get without keeping any collaterals. There are
So
n
I
number
would
of
like
things.
to add on this.
No, let
So
me
I would like to add on this
let me
myself.
finish. Let me
Yes,
finish.
yes, please. Yes,
Let me
please.
finish.
Yeah.
That I'm again going backwards to the agro economy. Do you know कि vegetables and fruits में wastage कितना है? Vegetables and fruits section में 40% is throughout. माने 40% wastage हो रहा है. And look at the smallest countries like Vietnam or like Thailand, which are smaller than even Maharashtra. वहाँ पे प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट्स इतने अच्छे हैं और पैकेजिंग इतना बेहतर है that the wastage is 3% as against 40% of average wastage in India. Can we not convert all that? Yes, we can convert. What we are actually doing is appointing one person at a village level who's a coordinator. Above him is someone who is in Tehsil. Above him, someone who is the district in charge. एक छोटा मैं उदाहरण देना चाहता हूं कि प्याज हर किसान बनाता है, टमाटर हर किसान बनाता है, वो ट्रक लोड करता है और जाता है नासिक की मंडी में. What is guaranteed that his whatever in a truckload about 10 to 12 tons of onion or any commodity can be accommodated? What is the guarantee that his entire quantity will be sold off, and that too at what rate? So what we are doing to help this rural economy, making it very strong, ये 10 farmers आप आज ट्रक लोड कर दो और नासिक में भेज दो, बिकॉज वी ऑल्सो हैव अ काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन कि आज की टोटल नासिक मंडी की रिक्वायरमेंट की सेट 100 ट्रक लोड्स है. उसमें से ये गांव से 10 आ रहे, ये गांव से 12 आ रहे, ये गांव से 4 आ रहा है. ऐसा करके हम 100 ट्रक लोड्स की इन अ सिक्वेंशियल फॉर्मेट अरेंजमेंट कर रहे हैं, so that there is a guarantee that whatever you truckload can be sold off in one go, and that you can get a better pricing for it. This is the way you can make a farmer a rich. At least he can be justified with the amount that he is given. This is one way. The second way is, other than cold storage, You know, most of the fruits are seasonal fruits. अगर आम अभी नहीं खाए तो जून के बाद उसकी कोई वैल्यू नहीं होती है once the monsoon starts. If that is the case, then other than keeping that in a cold storage, which is very expensive, because in cold storage you need to maintain a temperature which is below zero, which is freezing point. So it is very expensive. What is the kind of other things that is available to make the shelf life of these fruits, say for 6 months? And today we are working on that technology, which would be cheaper in cost, and at the same time, the lifespan of any fruit can be extended up to 6 months, so that it could lead to 100% conversion through a food processing unit. This is the second way of making rural India rich. The third way, within MSME, we are essentially targeting all the rural artisans. This is another very big subject, and I can speak for hours. Just yesterday, I received a call from someone from Calcutta. He was my senior in Tata Steel. He was head of corporate communications, a regional head in Calcutta. Then he was posted to Dhaka as a resident director of Tata Group. And he was telling me that, you know, I have got more than 1 lakh weavers who are making various kinds of saris. And he was telling me that आज we are reviving all that. मैंगो के अंदर जो सीड रहता है ना, मेरी दादी कहती थी कि हमारे यहाँ इतने फैबुलस सारीज के वीवर्स थे कि मैंगो के अंदर की जो वीव है, जो सीड है, उसमें पूरी सारी रहती. Okay, where that art go, where that craftsmanship go? These are Patokatha, Patochitra is another thing which is dying, and we need to revive these. So I said, I have given a best example, which I would like to narrate. And these are all life examples, real stories that I would like to narrate. Okay. I was traveling to Russia, and after my speech, I had visited St. Petersburg. And in St. Petersburg, I saw those Russian dolls. Okay, जिसमें एक के अंदर एक ऐसी होती है, छोटी. So I asked, what is the price of this Russian doll in the market of St. Petersburg? So he said it is 1,000 rubles. It is 1,000 rubles. I said, no, it is not 1,000 rubles. So then what I did, I told him, what is your purchase price? Where do you get it from? So he said, we get it from Turkey. Can you see this? This is that Russian doll. Okay, Russian doll. Okay, and इसके एक के अंदर है, something like that. So finally he started breaking his silence and he started telling me, sir, we get it from Turkey. बोले आप कितने में लेते हो? So he said, we get it somewhere around 600 rubles. At that point of time, 600 rubles meant 1,200 rupees. So I said, I am prepared to offer you at a 250 rubles, which was 500 rupees. He started looking me, giving me a weird look, said, it is not possible. I said, yes, it is possible. Now I will come to the other side of the story. Just about 10 days prior to this trip, I was visiting a place called Sawantwadi, which is in Sindhudurg district of Maharashtra, which is adjacent to Goa. Now over there, people don't know that the wooden toys are made for the last 400 years. And I asked him, what is the price of this? I bought from Sawantwadi for your kind information and not from St. Petersburg. Okay. He said, sir, 250 rupees. And I said, okay, fine. And I gave him 250 rupees without any bargain. He also started giving me a very weird look. So I said, yes, I mean it. When I started thinking of Sawantwadi craftsman or artisan there in St. Petersburg, I said, अगर ये मैं इनको 250 मान लो कि 300 रूबल में ऑन डोर डिलीवरी देता हूँ, तो उसमें से 250 रूबल्स का जो पोर्शन है, that will go to my artisans, my craftsmen from Sawantwadi. Conversion of that 250 rubles would be 500 rupees. Why can't I do that? This is the way to make rural India prosperous. And this is something that we are now doing. I'm a part and parcel as a chief mentor of this entire rural brand India. And we have formed a separate trust, which will be in the years to come, it will be affiliated with Tata Trust. And this is the way we are trying to build a rural economy and making it more and more stronger and sustainable. Kusumji, you are Bombayite, but you were talking about Ahmedabad, right? Are
Yes,
you
sir.
a Gujarati by any chance?
No, I'm from Uttaranchal.
Oh, you are from Uttaranchal. So
Yes.
I will give you a classic story.
Yes, sir. So before you go on for that, I'd definitely love to hear the classic story. I'd also like to tell you, because you'll be happy about that both Rachana and I are a part of the MSME, the new council that is coming up, and under the Women Entrepreneur Enterprise, the WEE. So we'll definitely come to you for a lot of blessings. And we would want to do something for the farmers, want to do something for the artisans as well. Even though both of us are into education, I'm also into learning and development, and so is she, but then we would want to contribute. So.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm happy in.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm narrating you a story.
Right, sir.
Which is a village from Gujarat. You must be knowing harmonium. Okay, everybody knows harmonium, which is an Indian instrument, and it is played along with the singer, essentially with the classical music, but it is also played with in the orchestra.
Right.
Now, do anybody know कि उसके अंदर जो सुर होते हैं ये कहाँ बनते हैं? आप जापान से लेके होनोलुलु, which is 2 extremes of this universe or earth, आप कहाँ भी जाओ और कहीं भी अगर आपको हारमोनियम दिखाई देगी तो उसके सुर सिर्फ एक ही जगह बनते हैं, which unfortunately people don't know. And this is in a village. This comes from village. ये सुर को अंग्रेजी में reed बोलते हैं, reed. Okay. It so happened, and this has been gazetted. Okay. In 1890, India was at that point of time into different states or kingdoms. तो एक किंगडम के एक राजा नरेश, जिसको कहा करते थे उस टाइम, ये म्यूजिक के शौकीन थे. इनके पास चर्च ऑर्गन था और 5.5 ऑक्टेव्स, बहुत बड़ा होता है. ओके, इनको पता चला, he started getting a kind of feeling कि ये out of tune हो गया है. So he hired 2 carpenters. In Gujarati, they are known as mestris. Okay, and he ordered them कि ये मेरे को ठीक करके दे दो. Now, poor those two mysteries didn't know, first of all, the mechanism, but they were clever. They tried कि इसका mechanism क्या है, and after 8 to 10 months, they knew how to repair that. There were only two ways of repairing. Either you get all those 5.5 octaves which were available either in Germany or in France, because at that point of time 2 या 3 सुर का replacement नहीं हो सकता था. You had to buy everything. और यहाँ पे locally इसको हम ट्यून करेंगे नया सुर बना के. तो उन्होंने वो सुर बनाए, and then they replaced that with the existing one, और हारमोनियम ठीक से बजने लगे. Then because they were Gujaratis who are essentially entrepreneurs, उनके DNA में ही वो रहता है, they said कि अगर एक नरेश के पास एक, और वो भी हमारा छोटा संस्थान है, छोटा नरेश है, बाकी ग्वालियर, कश्मीर, यहाँ बड़ौदा वगैरह में तो कितने ऐसे ऑर्गन्स हों. So they started going in search of organs, the church organs in those days known as. And then every time it was not possible for them to replace XYZ सुर, ABC सुर, क्योंकि हर एक के पास कोई ना कोई अलग अलग सुर होते थे कि जो out of tune हो गए थे. So they said, why can't we start manufacturing? And at the same time, there was one more problem that they were facing. Either every time you have to cross over and go to some other place, उसमें जाने आने में ही काफी टाइम जाता था, और अगर वहां से उसको लेके आना है तो that time there were no trucks, tempos, nothing. So carrying such a bulk, because it would weigh around 250 to 300 kgs, so it was not possible. So first they started the factory of making sur. Then they realized कि हर टाइम यहाँ जाके या वहाँ का चर्च ऑर्गन यहाँ पे लेने के बजाय, is it possible that we can make it a compact size so that carrying that would not be a difficult. And that is how harmonium was born. That is how harmonium was born, and that is the way actually they made a business out of nothing. Today, this village is known as Palitana in Gujarat, which is more famous for Jain temple. But the entire village economy flourished on one thing, which is making of sur for harmonium. Now, these are the kind of fabulous stories, achievements of rural India. All that we need to do is, आज अगर 10 हारमोनियम हो रही है तो 50 की ऑर्डर उनकी कैसे हो सकती है? And this is actually the way I started building up a digital platform. I will give you another classic story. नॉर्थ कर्नाटका के लोग, आप उत्तरांचल की बात कर रही है, वो शिमला की तरफ गए थे, और अगल बगल में उनको उनके टेस्ट का फूड नहीं मिल रहा था. And they went into a hotel which actually is known to someone from my side. उन्होंने ऐसे बोला कि सर हमको है ना हमारा नॉर्थ कर्नाटका का टेस्ट का ही खाना चाहिए. And he said, I'm sorry, how can I give you? But it could be possible. How it could be possible? Because of the digital revolution. All that he was wanting to do is, उसमें मसाले का proportion क्या यूज होता है और वो कौन सी मिर्च है कि जो डालने से वो स्वाद हम दे सकते हैं. It was possible only and only because of the digital revolution, which is what actually now we are trying to build. And this is the way you can build the entire rural India. I can give n number of stories, but I would like to open the forum if at all you have any questions.
So one more thing I would like to ask you. Like
Yes.
we see in TV news, we see lot of food is being wasted. Anyways, we can store it and increase the shelf life. So I would like if you can highlight on this as well, because
Yes, as I told you that, you see, everything comes when you are challenged with something. Okay? In the world, there are only two countries who faced the adversities and they converted that into an opportunity. The first one is Israel. First one is Israel and the second one is Netherlands. And I'm very happy that I visited both countries. Just to give you a small example, Israel क्या है? पूरा रेगिस्तान है. It's all on the desert. The quality of the land in Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Iraq, and Egypt. All these are Islamic nations surrounding Israel, and Israel have a similar quality of land. Yet, Israel में tomato होता है and it is better quality, gives 40% more juice or puree than Indian tomatoes. Israel में बारिश कितनी होती है? It is only 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters, not 6 inches. 6 centimeters is around 2 inches. Okay? इतनी ही बारिश होती है, फिर भी इजराइल में पानी की कोई कमी नहीं. This is one particular place wherein you can get tomato, potato, all spinach, leaf vegetables, practically each and everything. They are now into grapes, and 10 years down the line, they will challenge the Italian as well as the French wine. The second country is Netherlands, which is below the sea level. No good quality of land, and yet all these technological inventions are coming from these two countries. At this moment, there is a possibility that an invention would come up that will be an alternative and viable substitute for cold storage, and that will help increasing the shelf life of a product, and it will be converted through processing units.
Kunaljeet sir from Haryana, he has a question for you. So he
Yeah.
would like to ask. Yes, Kunaljeet sir, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, sir. I am audible, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir, you are
Hello.
audible.
yes, you are.
You are audible, sir.
Sir, sir. Okay. Sir, I am from Haryana, the land of farmers.
Yes.
सर हमारे
Okay.
देश का सबसे दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण स्थिति ये है कि सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट किसान है और सबसे ज्यादा लीस्ट कंसर्न भी पूरे देश के लिए किसान ही है सर.
बिल्कुल.
हर चीज के लिए हम पैकेज आते हैं, सब कुछ आता है. अब आप ये देखिए, बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, स्वच्छ भारत अभियान, गंगा एक्शन प्लान, यमुना एक्शन प्लान, कहीं पर भी आपको किसान का जिक्र नहीं पाएगा. और जीडीपी और सब कुछ अराउंड 60% जो हमारी जीडीपी है सर वो एग्रीकल्चर बेस है. तो क्या किस दिशा में जाएगा देश सर, प्लीज?
देखिए ऐसा है, ये मैं मेरी खुद की नहीं स्टोरी कह रहा हूँ. दिस इज व्हाट इज बीन डॉक्यूमेंटेड बाय द ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस लाइक नाबार्ड. दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण ये बात है कि देर आर 90% फार्मर्स, 90% फार्मर्स इंडिया में ऐसे हैं कि जिनकी लैंड होल्डिंग बिलो 2 एकर्स है. कितनी? 2 एकड़ से भी कम लैंड होल्डिंग है 90% किसानों की. जब तक हम लोग किसानों के कोऑपरेटिव्स फॉर्म करके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग की तरफ नहीं जाते हैं, तब तक आप कितनी भी योजनाएं लेके आओ, इसमें किसानों के लिए कोई सुधार नहीं होगा. This is what exactly we are actually trying to do now. I don't want to name that company. It's a foreign multinational company, not relatively known in India, but they are into tomato puree and whatnot. हम लोगों ने नॉर्दर्न महाराष्ट्र में अभी उनके कंजम्पशन का पैटर्न ऐसा है that they want 1 to 1.5 tons of tomato puree per month. अगर आपको मैं बता दूं कि 8,000 किलो माने 8 टन अगर आप टोमेटो क्रश करोगे तो आपको 1 टन प्यूरी मिलती है. So we are trying to go for a contract farming wherein we can give a better price, no middlemen, so there is no commission, better pricing to tomato farming, and at the same time it will be a uniform crop because even the seeds will be given by us. This is actually that FPO who started doing, wherein I am also involved and I am doing all kind of management skills into it. तो जब तक हम लोग टेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ड फार्मिंग नहीं करते हैं और जब तक हम लोग एग्रीकल्चर को इंडस्ट्री के पर्सपेक्टिव से नहीं देखते हैं, तब तक कितनी भी योजनाएं आए और जब तक हम लोग किसानों को भी बेटर पढ़ाते नहीं है, सिखाते नहीं है, एजुकेट नहीं करते हैं, तब तक कितनी भी योजना आए उसे ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है. आई होप आई हैव आंसर्ड योर क्वेश्चन.
यस सर. सर एक चीज हो रहा है कि पूरे इंडिया में
जी गो अहेड
सर, पूरे इंडिया में ओनली 51% लोग हैं जो इंटरनेट यूज करते हैं सर. तो कैसे डिजिटाइज हो जाएगा फार्मर इतनी जल्दी? ओनली 51% है सर पूरे इंडिया में पॉपुलेशन का जो इंटरनेट यूज करते हैं.
नहीं, एक्चुअली उसमें तो काफी रिवॉल्यूशन होने वाला है बिकॉज मुकेश भाई एंड दिस इज व्हाट इवन मिस्टर रतन टाटा सेड ड्यूरिंग मैग्नेटिक महाराष्ट्र के Prime Minister's vision for digital India is we in Tatas have not been able to do anything, but Mukesh Ambani has been doing something great. And Mukesh Ambani, Mr. Narendra Modi, everybody was there during that time. इसीलिए हम लोगों ने क्या किया है, जो मैंने पहले भी कहा था कि हर गांव से हम लोगों ने एक आदमी को चुना है who is actually digitally educated and sound. इसके पास जो मोबाइल है उसके ऊपर से हम लोग उसको, और ये actually put into practice in the northern Maharashtra, the area that is been covered by the FPO to which I am aligned as a mentor, chief mentor. What we are doing is we are giving them even the forecast of next 3 days climatic condition so that farmers are better equipped today. मैं आज की बात कर रहा हूँ कि आज नॉर्थ महाराष्ट्र में किसी एक पार्ट में नंदुरबार करके डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, उसमें ओले गिरे. यू नो व्हाट इज ओले? तो हम लोगों ने उनको 3 दिन पहले सूचित करके रखा था दैट आप अगर आपकी फसल को कुछ कवर कर सकते हो तो आप कवर कर लो, क्योंकि 3 दिन के बाद the weather forecast is कि यहाँ ओले गिरने वाले हैं. And today I am very happy to tell you, especially this is one region wherein लाल मिर्च जो होती है वो लाल मिर्च एंड ग्रेप्स, ये तो तकरीबन 60 to 70% फसल बिल्कुल अच्छी रही है. जो लोगों ने कवर नहीं कर सके उनकी फसल बर्बाद हो गई. दिस इज द वे आउट through digital technology, inform them well in advance so that they can take care of their crops.
Thank you so much, sir. I think Kunal sir, your question is solved. Yogesh sir has explained us in a very simple and beautiful way. Yogesh sir, you have explained it in a very simple and beautiful way.
Thank you.
And now at Traffic Talks Rapid Talk with Rachna, an initiative of Fun to Learn, we are always trying to collect people from various sectors to create a collaborative platform so that it is advantageous and beneficial for professional as well as rapid growth for the nation. And as Kusum ma'am already mentioned, that myself and Kusum ma'am, we are the council member of MSME Women Entrepreneurs. Okay? So yes, sir, we would definitely come to you for guidance because you are experienced in this field, so you can guide us how to go about it. Thank you so much for such an enriching session. For today, we are signing off. Stay tuned with next week, Monday. Rapid Talk with Rachna. Till then, stay safe, stay home, stay healthy, and namaste to all of you.
Namaste and stay safe.
Namaste, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.